Hey, this is Adam Torres, and I'm here to tell you that it has never been easier to start your very own podcast. At Mission Matters, our goal is to amplify stories that matter. That means we want to help you start your podcast because your story matters. We can do this in 3 different ways. 1, join our podcast school and take a free or paid course. 2, visit our resources page where we've already figured out what you need, such as where to host your podcast. Or 3, heck, we can even do everything for you through our podcast agency, including editing for cheaper than you can do in-house. Oh, and no contract, service is month to month. Get started by heading over to missionmatters.com and click on Start a Podcast. All right, now let's get into the show. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Startup Garage Podcast, your source for all things startups. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Jonathan Myers on the line, and he's founder over at ClassCast. Jonathan, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Adam. Excited to be back.
All right, man. So first off, congrats. Excited to have you on this podcast, Startup Garage, because you just launched ClassCast. So I know everybody listening is in the startup world, and it's never easy to get going. So first off, congrats on that.
Thanks so much. It's been a process, but we're really excited at our growth so far.
Fantastic, and I'm excited to get more into that too. But before we get into the business and where you're at and where you want to go with it, just for the audience that didn't catch your first episode that you were on with me, let's go a little bit in your background. So, how did you get started in your career and as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, so I came from a family of doctors and lawyers, but ever since my first little lemonade stand, I was always about being an entrepreneur. At UCLA, I wrote my first business plan. As a junior, I helped launch my first company. And I had a clothing line that was in 6 different stores around Southern California. Went back to USC to get my MBA, and currently have an offer with Deloitte, which I'll be joining in 2021. But until then, I had some extra time on my hands, and, to jump to it, I was, doing a meditation and was trying to dive into my whole kind of life purpose. And really settled on 2 different things. One was that I really enjoy building community. And the second is I love self-development. And in the Eastern philosophy, I include both the body and the mind in that. So my initial idea is I wanted to make kind of like a community center somewhere between a Soho House and a YMCA for, people our age to come and take workout and wellness classes, hang out, coffee, juice, tea, the 9 yards. But with COVID and looking at my bank account, I was like, why don't I start this online, get some traction, and go from there? So the whole concept of ClassCast is 2 virtual rooms with 2-way video, 1 workout and 1 wellness. And that's kind of how it all started.
Man, that's awesome. Big fan of the thought process in these rooms and this whole concept of giving people a different way to connect. So maybe just to start up, tell us a little bit more about the kind of the functionality and how the product works.
Yeah, so moving back to kind of the initial concept, it was 2 blank rooms. A yoga studio, all they can do is yoga classes all day. And there's going to be another yoga in a couple of years, and all those studios will be extinct. So the idea is having a blank canvas. I can slide whatever instructor in there that is popular. So right now on ClassCast, we have over 40 live workout and wellness events a week. So we have everything from yoga, dance, boxing, HIIT, strength classes. And on the wellness side, we have meditation, breath work. I have a dermatologist talking about skincare, relationship coaches, nutritionists, all live, all 2-way video, so you can interact with the instructor and they can interact back with you.
What kind of feedback have you gotten so far from the users, whether it's from the instructor side or or from the consumer side, people that are taking the classes?
Yeah, so people love being able to be in a room and working out with other people. And again, that was kind of the whole niche of you're not watching static YouTube videos anymore. There's a lot of content out there. You're competing with, a lot of other startup established ones like Peloton and Obey in the space. But people really we're the only one that has that 2-way video embedded in there. So they really like the wide, diverse class section, and for $10 a month, it's a good value for everybody.
No, that's great. And so, so where's the company at now? So in terms of growth, so I know you just launched. What are your plans going forward? Are you raising capital? Are you bootstrapping? I mean, what's your kind of vision for this overall?
Yeah. So when we launched, the whole idea was that all of our instructors are influencers. So active following for all of our instructors that teach regular classes on our platform was over like 1.5 million followers on Instagram alone. So on the launch date, I thought I was just going to have like customers rolling in. I would have like too many to handle, so to say. And it has been pretty much the total opposite. We're fighting for every customer, but after 6 weeks, we're at 170 active paying members right now. And we've got a few major partnerships with nutrition companies, athletic teams that are about to be rolling out in the next month. So we're really excited about growth coming up.
Man, that's really exciting, and congrats. Like, getting that first 100 clients, I don't care what you say, is not easy. I don't care what the business is. You could be on a corner saying, I'm giving away free money, and people would say, I don't believe it. Why would you do that? Why would you?
ClassCast. Like, that was the whole pitch, is that, like, you got a month free to try it out, and still every single member was a fight. But, looking back and seeing kind of where we're at today, it's really exciting growth after 6 weeks, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going.
Man, that is exciting. Tell us a little bit more about the community aspect, because it seems to me like there's a type of business like this, and I know your initial thought was in person, and again, as it grows, as we get out of this COVID, whatever period we're in, then and things get back to normal, then I'm sure you may add that back to the overall business plan. But I feel like in order for ClassCast to kind of work long term, the community is going to be important. You look like brands like Peloton or other things that built this crazy like community on Facebook or elsewhere. I'm not biased or partial to Facebook. I don't particularly care or not care for it, but this is just an example. Tell us a little bit more about the community.
Yeah, so I think as a young entrepreneurs, you have to do that, right? So I personally email every single person that joins the platform like a welcome email. I take feedback very seriously. I solicit feedback. Our instructors do the same. They greet everyone when they come to the classroom. You see the same people coming into the same classes. And, after 6 weeks, we've kind of started to cultivate that little community. It's like the same as a gym. You see the same people come in. And then, our instructors really try to kind of build that with each person as well, giving feedback, seeing the same people come in. But that's really what it's all about. I had a guy today ask me where I had like my ClassCast sweatshirt. He's been a guy taking a bunch of classes, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to mail you one. He's like, how much? I'm like, just for being a great, member, taking classes. I'm always excited to see him in there. So you just have to do those extra things as an entrepreneur.
Wait a minute, I didn't get a sweatshirt. What's going on here, Jonathan? Come on, man.
I
was like, wait a minute, where's my swag at? Come on, I like sweatshirts too. I'm just saying.
The Tiffany Blue, man, they've been flying off the shelf.
That's awesome, man. So that being said, Jonathan, hey, I'm really excited about you launching this company. I'm a ClassCast. I'm excited about the growth already that you have. Getting to that first 100 clients, not easy. So congrats there. And to the audience, always appreciate you tuning in, listening. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you didn't. In terms of Jonathan, if somebody was listening to this right now, they're at home, they're stuck at home. I'm going to date this for us. So this is, we're doing this in August of 2020. So there's a lot of people stuck at home, and this is going to be out real soon. And they're looking for ways to get motivated and to get involved and to get in shape or in a better shape than they already are in. What's the best way for people to reach out and to learn more about ClassCast?
Come work out with me. Our website is ClassCastLive. live.com. You can use code FriendsOfJM for a free month. You can reach out to us at Instagram, ClassCast Live, Facebook, ClassCast Live. Drop us a note for any partnerships, collaborations, or just to say hi.
Fantastic. Well, again, Jonathan, congrats again on the new company. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching our YouTube channel. Also, drop us some comments on the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Jonathan, always a pleasure.
Thanks so much, Adam. Appreciate it.